Welcome and welcome back, everybody. Tia here. Hard to believe, but 2022 is coming to a close. So I just wanted to take a moment to reflect and just share a little bit of an update about the channel and how this year has gone. So first of all, wow, we've reached some pretty awesome milestones on the channel this year. We reached our 3,000 subscriber mark. Around that time, we also had our channel's 1-year anniversary. And we also reached 4,000 subscribers, which oh my gosh, y'all, I know these are not huge, crazy numbers in the grand scheme of the board game community or in YouTube. But in my mind, when I started out back in 2021, I was thinking if even 10 people want to come along for the ride, that would be sick. So 4,000 to me is whoa, the whole universe is here. It's just been amazing. If you've been here for a single video, if you even just clicked on a video, whether you watch every video, if you've ever left a comment, if you're subscribed to the channel, I just appreciate it so much. It's wild to me. Along with that, the channel has had some interesting patterns this year. I did take a break from not a break from YouTube, but a break from uploading to YouTube and also Instagram for the entire summer. But believe you me, I was working very diligently on planning and prepping and researching and playing more games so that I have stuff to share with y'all during that time. We also switched to doing videos every other week recently. First, I want to say thank you to everybody who sent messages of well-wishing and who has expressed any sort of concern. Yes, everything is okay. Things are really great right now. Personal life things have been a little crazy this year, but they're much better now. And that was not the sole reason for the break. So thank you if you did reach out. It honestly means the world to have such a caring community of people who have such an amazing hobby and great taste in games. So I know there's no explanation needed, but just to put that into perspective of why those changes happened and where we are, there were a lot of other creators who, not everybody, but I've noticed a trend that a lot of other creators maybe have a partner who helps them out or a team of people who work on videos or even Instagram uploading. And it's one of those things where maybe they record with somebody, maybe they switch off editing, maybe they have a dedicated other person who edits. Maybe there's somebody, they do most of it, but even just, somebody they know who likes Photoshop just does their thumbnails for them because it's one less thing for them to worry about. That's great. And I'm always oh, that sounds so fun to have a team and to work together. And I'm over here slowly dying inside because I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a one-man show here, which is fine. And to be honest, the control freak part of my brain is yeah, no, that makes sense. And I want to present something that's authentically my work for y'all to hopefully enjoy. But to break down what a week looks like with weekly uploads on Thursdays. So Friday is for prepping, planning, writing a script, etc., pulling games off, getting physical copies, figuring out what I want the video to be, what I want to say, making sure it's somewhat coherent and cohesive, and I'm not repeating myself 1,000 times. Saturday is used for recording and re-recording and re-recording. And I mean, as I know some of you have said wow, you sound so articulate. No, it's because it's a million takes and I still have to edit the crap out of every final take that I'm so tired and that's good enough. We can't record a 7th time. That's it. Sunday is used for the main bulk of the editing for the big first draft, which is a very long and tedious process. I'm not an experienced editor, videographer, whatever. When I got into this last year, I knew nothing. So be faster of a process for some people, but for me, it takes forever. Monday is used for the other edits. So after that first initial big edit, I go through and watch it. And I usually have to go through at least 2, 3, sometimes more times just to make sure that everything is really perfect the way that I want it. Tuesday is used for making the thumbnail, which I usually forget to take a picture for earlier. So getting that all sorted out and putting together the Instagram post. Wednesday is used for pre-uploading, making sure all the final touches are there, putting in all the tags on YouTube, the end screen, the monetization, making sure all the dimensions are good. This is a long process of really annoying BS, honestly. And then Thursday is the big day where we get to upload and you see the numbers go up and the little fireworks if your video does really well. And I get to hear from all of you guys and respond to comments. I've had a lot of other creator friends be yo, we need to talk about this. You respond to every comment, every comment. And I just think, yeah, why wouldn't I? That's like the whole point of social media, right? Is to be social via media. At least for me, that's the best part. As much as I love talking at y'all about board games, it wouldn't be nearly as fun if I didn't get anything back. So I genuinely love hearing from you guys, whether it's in the comment section on Instagram, if you DM me, if you send me a message on Board Game Geek. That honestly just makes my day. And oh man, there have been horror stories about like how rude people are on the internet. Going in, I had to like mentally prep myself and be like, yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of people just saying random crap, but wow, you guys are amazing. Like, honestly, very, very small, like less than 1% of people are that. Everybody's so supportive, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's just been absolutely amazing. And that brings us back to Friday, where the whole process starts over again. And this is not to mention all the research that goes into looking up new games, into playing games. So I actually have things to talk about and feel like I know enough to be able to speak somewhat coherently and intelligently about games, hosting game nights, going to conventions, like doing all that stuff. Like that's outside of that realm of schedule. So being that I have a full-time job and that I have other hobbies that I like to indulge in and that I like to sleep sometimes, I know, crazy, right? Doing all of that on my own in a week is really challenging. And I know some people are like, oh, you could just like bulk do all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but then it takes longer to do all of it. Like it saves you a little time, but at the same time, like you're still relatively on that same schedule every week, or you're taking an entire day and having absolutely no time if you want to record multiple, like, yeah, it's challenging to do it all, basically. But I'm glad to do it. It's just not something that I can maintain at that pace for a long extended time and be able to like live life and be a happy, healthy person who can present to camera and actually interact with y'all. So I super appreciate, like I said, anybody who was here before break and was still here afterwards, and everybody who sent well wishes and messages of support about me trying to figure out a schedule that works where we can still interact on a semi-regular basis. Thank you. I super appreciate it. And that brings me to my next point, which is this year, I have made so many amazing connections with y'all. And again, I know it sounds ridiculous, maybe, but I love responding to comments. I love when y'all message me and ask me for game recommendations or share your favorite games with me. It's just been so cool getting to know everybody. This year, I've also gotten to play on Board Game Arena with a lot more people. People have been really cool about reaching out on Board Game Geek just to catch up and check in, or DMing on Instagram. It's been super fun, and I've even gotten to meet so many people in person this year, which I never thought would happen. It's been so amazing. I just want to say a huge thank you. Honestly, with all of the things that have been happening in the world lately, all of the things that have been happening in my personal life this year, which has been interesting, it's the best part of my day when I get a really thoughtful comment or a really nice message on Board Game Geek, or someone on Instagram hits me up. It's amazing. So yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't want it to sound like a complaint. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. And the reason why it really makes it worth it, the cherry on top, the creme de la creme, is the interaction that I get with y'all. And that's what I love about YouTube. It's a bigger investment up front, but I feel like a bigger reward to know that somebody's not just scrolling through and double tapping, to know that y'all are really watching the videos and that you're leaving thoughtful comments and sending thoughtful messages. It just really, really gets me. And I know I've said it a million times in this video. I know I say it at the end of all of my videos. It probably sounds like a broken record, but I truly, genuinely mean it when I say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.